Hey there, I'm Phoebe from the Lived Perspective. I'm a white-skinned, short, brown-haired human with grey flecks in a blue t-shirt underneath a red and blue flannelette shirt, which I think I have on inside out. And sitting here on the balcony of my home on unceded lands, the unceded ancestral lands on which I currently dwell, with a range of plants and shrubs skirting along the fence line of my balcony. Hey there. I know I said last year I wasn't going to do a lot of these talk bits, and to be honest, I'm not really going to do a whole lot of talking in these talk bits. But I did want to give you a little bit of context to what's going to be happening for me over the next 100 days. Last night, I was scrolling through social media and I ended up coming across a few posts from a friend that I got to know and respect in 2020 when I was working on a mental health storytelling event in Bathurst. Rich Evans was an amazing human who I really vibed with. There was a lot that Rich talked about and that we shared in reflection and, reading his blog posts that made me realise there was a lot of interconnecting stuff. And a lot of the things that he was making work in his life were things that I had tried to make work in mine but just weren't necessarily hitting the right spots because of my place in my journey at the time. So at the start of October of 2020, Rich started doing something called the Uncommon Challenge, which was 100 days to build a better body, better mind, better life. And he had a set of goals, and he invited people to follow along or do it with him. And I looked at it and I adapted it up a bit to suit me and my life, and away I went. And I blogged about it on day 1, day 25, day 50, day 75, and day 100. And it was really quite amazing because, yes, while it did help me to embed lifestyle changes in my life that I really had wanted to prioritize, it also helped me to realize that sometimes just the intentionality of setting a goal and following through can be groundbreaking in itself. And certainly it led to many shifts in my own thinking around what I was capable of and what could be possible in my life. I put up a blog post this morning, about some of the things that have been going on in my life towards the end of last year, and for all of the wonderful things that are in there, and all of the things that, very much crystallized for me at Quest at the beginning of December last year. Here I was last night after midnight scrolling through social media when I swore after leaving Quest that I would turn off all of my devices at 7 o'clock every night to enable a better rest. However, to be fair, it had been Christmas. I had spent time with my family. The first time I'd spent time with my whole family missing too since 2019. And so there'd been food that I'd eaten that I shouldn't have. There'd been rhythms that were out of whack. And I knew I needed to get things sorted. And lo and behold, I came across Rich's posts. And I didn't have a lot of time I didn't give myself a lot of time to read, but I saw that there had been some shifts in his own life. And his 100-day Uncommon Challenge was evolving. And he was starting something called 100 Suns. And I looked through the list of what he wanted to achieve, what his principles were, and realized, what is it, 2.5 years on, still fairly closely aligned with the principles that he uses to guide his life. So, through this challenge. So I decided I would step out and join him a day late. But, you know, with me, it's always a case of better late than never. Always late to the party, but geez, I have fun when I'm there. So day 2 of 100 days, 100 suns is actually day 1 for me. And it started with starting the day with silence and then moving my body actually over to the next building in this block of apartments and up to the rooftop to watch the sunrise. And I will be following through. I'd encourage you to pop on over and check out the Uncommon Challenge and consider being part of 100 Suns. I've caught up on Rich's videos now too, and there's a lot of wealth and wisdom in those posts, and I'm sure there'll be more to come. I will probably do a short-ish video for the purposes of the 100 Suns challenge, but like I said last year, the time of a vantage point on Fee's life is pretty much come to an end, so there will be brief reflections. But to start off today, my 5 goals are to listen to my body, to follow my heart, to wait for it. Accept my truths. I'm going to have to flick again to feel my resonances. And to sing my joy. And that way I start my day with silence, following on from Rich's post from yesterday morning, is to get up at 4 a.m. every morning, as I know it is always best for me to do, and to write. Catch you on the flip side.